not sleep with your best friend's boyfriend, period. I don't care.
I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town. And I won't...
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute, but we're not gonna get into that. And as you guys already read by the title, is that a rib in the ceiling? As you guys already read by the title, you already know what we're about to be doing today. So we're about to be not reviewing, but we're going to be rating Euphoria cast members. And yeah, we're gonna give them a rating, and I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion how I feel about that character. Like, it's only right because, like I was saying, yeah, it's only right that I give my opinion because it's a popular show. Everybody got different opinions on different characters. So I was like, let me go ahead and make a video. So I'm reading the characters off my computer because I was gonna write them down and do all that, but that's just a whole lot of for no reason. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just read it off the Google website. Okay, so first character we got is obviously Rue. That's what the whole show is basically about, is Rue. So I give Rue a good, so we're gonna do 1 out of 5 stars. So I give Rue a good 5 stars. And not because it's Zendaya, just because, like, she went through a whole lot. And, like, from her dad dying to, from, actually, let's not even go, that's just a 1/3 part of what's wrong with her. She was born with mental disabilities from the beginning. So, like, that automatically is just, like, boom, now she got problems. And I think she, like, bipolar. And then I think she got, like, some other stuff that's going on. But I know she's bipolar for sure. And, like, she has to take medicine. Well, she was taking medicine. But then she started doing, like, drugs and stuff. And then her daddy died. And so that just made her want to do more drugs. And then her mama, I don't know. Rue went through a lot. But she ended up trying to get clean then. I can't wait till next season because I want to see if she really got clean, because she claimed she was clean for the rest of the school year, the last episode. So I'm like, is she lying? Because last time she said that, the girl wasn't, okay? She was not clean at all. She was lying. So yeah, I don't know. Everybody just don't understand her. Like, y'all don't understand what she's going through, so y'all don't understand why she doing the things she do now. She was a butthole sometimes, but, like, you gotta understand, like, when you on drugs make you do things that you would never think you would do, or drugs make you say things that you didn't never think you would say, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, we have is Jules, obviously, and Jules, I give her 3 stars. And the only reason I give Jules 3 stars is because at the beginning I messed with Jules. Like, Jules was cool, even though I thought Jules was a real girl. I really did. I did not know she was trans. And oh, am I allowed to say that on here? Well, I did. So oh well. But yeah, I thought she was a real girl. And then she took her clothes off and she was laying down, and I checked her legs. I said, no ma'am. I know what's in between my legs. I'm a girl, so therefore what's in between her legs, what's in between my legs is 2 different things. So therefore she gotta be a boy. Like, there's no way. And then I asked my little sister, because my little sister was watching it before me, because I was a latecomer. Like, I started watching it when season 2 was already out. So I started watching it, and I was like, Aaliyah, is she, trans or whatever? And she was like, yeah, you didn't know that? No, I didn't. I really didn't. But that was like the first episode when I was on the first episode when she went to that party or whatever. The first episode. But anyways, yeah, Jules, at the beginning, I like Jules. I messed with Jules. And then towards the end, the whole thing with her and Elliot, I ain't like that, because girl, You playing with my girl Rue's emotions, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And then she had the audacity to snitch on Rue to her mama, costing her like $20,000 in drugs. Like, do you even know what you just did, ma'am? Like, no. So the next person we have is Cassie, y'all. Oh my gosh, I cannot stand Cassie. I cannot stand her. I give her a -2 because I cannot fucking stand her. She's so selfish. And like, well, I take that back. I take that back. I'm gonna give her a 1 because at the beginning I felt bad for her because McKay was doing her dirty and wouldn't like say that they was in a relationship. And then that one dude that got mad at her for not wanting to have sex with him or whatever. Okay, I felt bad for her for that because that's wrong and nobody should be treated like that. But after that, it was a wrap because Cassie was just so freaking selfish. She was always crying. She was always upset about something. Everything was always about her. Like, I didn't like that. And then she let's not even not talk about the elephant in the room. Like, she was sleeping with her best friend boyfriend. Like, how you do that, together or not? Like, that's just girl code. Like, you do not sleep with your best friend's boyfriend, period. I don't care. I wish I would have a best friend, and my best friend go sleep with Elijah. I would be ready to fight. Like, what? And then you sit here and act like, oh, you guys were not together. I don't give a fuck if we wasn't together. That's still mine. So therefore, why are you sleeping with her, him? Come on now. So for Nate, -1. Do not like him. I ain't never liked him. He's such a butthole. Like, I really do not like him because even from the beginning when he first came, like when Jules, he didn't even know who Jules was. He was being rude to her and talking crazy to her. And then when he found out that she was sleeping with her daddy or whatever, I mean, he's sleeping with his daddy. Daddy didn't make it. That made it no better. He started threatening her, being rude to her, blackmailing her, all types of stuff. And then, like, the whole sleeping with Cassie thing, just no. And the only thing I felt bad for him about was the fact that the way he was raised, like the way his dad did him. But other than that, I don't feel bad for him at all. Like, everything he got, he freaking deserved because he sucks. Like, when freaking Fesco jumped on him at that party, he beat him in the head with the bottle. I was all for it because he deserved it. Definitely deserved it. Nate, I really don't got no rap for him at all. Nope. Number 5, which is Maddie. Maddie gets a 5 out of 5 because she is that girl, okay? She's that girl. She is like, I'm not gonna say rude. I'm not gonna say like a mean girl, but like, she's like a mean girl type, but she's classy with it. Like, she'll beat your ass, but she gonna be classy with it, you know? Like, it's not gonna be like all ratchet and just raggedy, you know? Like, she's that girl. Like, yes, she's everything. And the way that Nate and Cassie did her, no, that's messed up. That is so messed up. And I feel like she should have dragged Cassie better than she did at that play. And she should have freaking dragged Nate too. She should have did something. Like, she just let him get off the hook, basically. All she did was like cry to him and say how much she hurt him. Like, girl, if you don't do something about that. Like, don't be just letting him off the hook. Next one we have is Fesco. Fesco, 5 out of 5. That's that nigga. He's that nigga, period. I don't care if he's white. He's that nigga for sure. Like, he was there for Rue. Like, he was Rue's main supporter, even though he knew that Rue was out there and he was supplying the drugs. But, like, even though he was supplying her drugs, he was still, like, making sure she was good, making sure that nothing happened to her, making sure that she stayed good, you know? And then when he fell in love with Lexi, that made it even better because, like, Lexi is so sweet and just quiet. And so for him to fall in love with Lexi, like, that's like, oh my God, like, who would think he would fall in love with Lexi? You would think he would fall in love with Rue or something. But he fell in love with Lexi out of all people. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then how he took care of Ashtray and his grandma, even though Ashtray is not his real brother and he was raised that that was his brother. Like, he still made sure he was good and everything. And then on top of taking care of the grandma, I forgot about the grandma. I thought grandma had died for real, because when they showed the whole background story about grandma, I was like, oh dang, I thought grandma died, because nobody ever talk about her ever. So I was like, oh, okay. It was so sad on the last episode when he had to watch Ashtray die like that. Like, I was so hurt. But I was like, you know, he was there for his brother. He was there to the end. He tried to tell him, Ashtray just hard-headed. But yeah, Fesco he's that nigga. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. And he gets bonus points for jumping on Nate. Like, he does. Next person we have is Lexi. So Lexi is that girl. She gets a 5-star because she was Rue's best friend. And even though Rue was rude to her and was on drugs and was drugged out and would say mean stuff to her, like they wasn't friends or whatever, she was still there for Rue. Anything Rue needed, she was always there to support her. And she was just always there for all her friends. Like, she was a good friend, genuinely. And that's why I like Lexi, because she was a good friend. And she was quiet, standoffish. She really didn't do too much. She just stayed in her own zone, her own lane. You know, there were some times where she would get upset at her sister because her sister thinks everything's about her. She would get mad at Cassie for little things. But, like, overall, she never really got upset. Like, she was always just like, blow it off, like, okay, whatever, like, you're upset with me, I don't care, like, type of vibe. And I messed with that. Like, for her to fall in love with Fesco, that was dope. Like, they was talking all day, every day. Like, he helped her with her play and everything. And, like, yes, they like this. They was meant to be. They were meant to be. The play, Lexi knows she did the fuck out that play. I don't care. She did that play up. Why is your whole life story in this play and you only wrote it? It took her a month to write it. A month to write that play. And her whole story, life story, is in that play. Even parts that were in the play that didn't happen in real life ended up happening in real life. Like, how did you even do that? Cassie was mad at her, but it's like, how you gonna be mad at your sister for you being reckless with your life? Not her fault. She's just writing her pain. So the next character we have is Gia. I'm gonna give her 3.7 stars because all girl did was cry. Like, every time you turn around, Gia is sad or high. Every fucking time. She was crying, and then a couple of times she was high. That's it. She was never happy. Maybe she, like, had a flashback at them laughing, like, maybe a couple of times. But sis was always upset about something. It's like, okay, girl, I understand your life and shit, but you ain't gotta cry, like, all the time. Like, suck it up, move it on, just let it go. But yeah, like, I feel for her a little bit because I understand she found Rue overdosed or whatever. So I understand how she feels. And her sister had to go to rehab. She almost died. All that. Her daddy died. Her mama going through whatever she going through. And then she got mad because Rue said she wanted to smoke weed. Like, would you rather her snort coke or smoke weed? I would take the weed over the coke. I'm just saying. But, you know, hey, some people just get mad. I don't know. The next character is Kat. So I give Kat like 4.5 stars. And the reason why I give Kat a 4.5 stars is because at the beginning she was cool. She was chill. She was a virgin. She didn't know nothing about nothing. And she was just, oh my gosh, like, so, like, sweet. And then she get that first little round of wee. And she started just tripping. I mean, like, I like the fact that she changed up her whole personality. That was good. And it just made her who she was in the show. But I didn't like that she started being like a little butthole. Like, she started just not being a good friend like she was. To where Maddie even told her, like, I need you at this time, and you're being rude And I was hurt because I was like, Cat, like, come on now. Your friend just went through a breakup and you being rude, worrying about some wee wee. And then when she got on, I don't know what type of website that was, like some type of sexual website, and was doing all that. For one, girl was twerking, and I was like, not gonna lie, when she started twerking, I was rolling because, girl, what did you doing? You ain't even. It's not moving. But she was getting her coin. She was doing what she needed to do. She was getting her money for her new outfits. And then the way she was doing Ethan, I was like, no, you wrong. Why don't you just break up with dude instead of lying? He lying. She lying. Talk about she got a brain. What did she say? Brain cancer. Girl, you know damn well you ain't got a fucking brain cancer. So the next we have is Cal. Everybody know Cal. Cal can go to hell. For one, he traumatized his freaking kids. And not to mention, oh, y'all hear my wrist? He was, and he was mad because he was this. And then his wife got the audacity to freaking let him treat her kids like that. Girl, I wish somebody would treat my kids like that. Let them go through the trauma that they went through, and then have the audacity to tell them to man up and be a man, and they'll be okay. And then try to apologize for it at the end when he comes out. Like, come on now, don't do that. And then let's not forget, he was sleeping with Jules, a 17-year-old girl. So it was this tape going around because he recorded it. Like, he was a creep. He was a creep because he had a whole bunch of sex tapes. And what's his name? Nate found it, and like, he didn't tell his daddy, but he found one of Jules, and he took it. And so his daddy was like going crazy and stuff because everybody was looking at this whatever tape of him and Jules doing it in this room. Something right him. And then when he talking about he found himself, and it threw me off when he peed on the floor. It was a wrap for me, because, girl, boy, why you just peeing your floor like that in your house that you pay the mortgage in? Why would you do that when you next to the bathroom? Boy, if you don't, man, that was just a little extra for me. And then he was like, his wife was like, Cal, put your cup. And he was like, I am who I am. Like, what they gotta do with you got your wiener out, bro? Put it up. Oh no, I was like, I'm cool. I'm cool on you, bro. Okay, and then we have Leslie. Leslie is Rue's mom. She gets 4.7 stars because she was there for Rue. She was trying to be there for Rue because that's her daughter, and she wanted her to be better. And she didn't want her to be on drugs, as any mama should. I mean, I wouldn't want Casey to be in the bathroom, but hey, she just genuinely wanted to be there for her. And Rue just wasn't, and not only because she was on doing the drugs, but her mental illness and everything like that was just causing her, like, to act out. And it's like, towards the end, she started to give up. Leslie started to give up or whatever. And then when Rue ran away, she didn't go looking for her. She just let her run away. And then when she came back, she was like, oh, you're back, like, type of stuff. And then, like, when she started talking shit to her or whatever, I was like, now you pushing it. Now I'm taking away your stock. Give me it. But other than that, she was pretty good. She made sure that she was there for Rue, but she was taken away from Gia at the same time, because, like, she never really paid attention to Gia. That's why Gia was out smoking weed and she didn't know, because she wasn't paying attention to her. She was just paying attention to Rue. So, I mean, my mom wasn't paying attention to me. I would be out doing anything too. Not though, The next one we have is Ethan. Ethan really didn't have a lot of roles. Like, he really didn't. Like, we know he was Kat's boyfriend or whatever, and like the whole part when he and Kat was in the bathroom and they was about to get it on and he did it on himself, I was like, bro, you too, you're too grown for that. If you really wanted to do that, you should have just told her that. And then he was in the play. So he was pretty cool in the play. Like, he was funny. I liked him in the play, especially how he did Nate. That was dope. But other than that, I really didn't like him like that. Because he really didn't have enough roles. So I give him like a 2 because he really didn't have enough roles for me to like say that I liked him. So the next one we got is Elliot. Elliot gets like a 2.7 stars because, for one, when she first met Elliot, he was doing a 2, and then he joined Rude to doing a again. So now she in the bathroom with him every chance she get, and Jules is getting upset because she's spending more time with Elliot or whatever. And then she find out that they both, because Elliot snitched to Jules, and then Jules snitched to the mama. And really, Jules was just jealous because she wanted to do Elliot, and Elliot was wrong for doing Jules, even though he knew Jules was doing Rue. Like, come on, get it together. Like, no. That's not how it works. You supposed to be a Rue's friend. Like, Jules was Rue's friend first, but Elliot was like his real friend because him and Jules and what's her face, Rue, was together. So it's like, why you doing her? You supposed to be her best friend. You doing her? Like, bye. His intentions with Rue was overall good because he really wanted to be her friend, but he was just doing that with her. But he was a really good friend to her. So he gets a 2.7 because it takes all his stars away from doing the yeah. So the next person we have is Ashtray. And Ashtray gets a 7 out of 5 stars, okay? Because he was the best. He played that role, and for him to only be 12, he's 15 in real life. So when the show first started, he was like 13, and playing that role really good. Like, you would have swore, at first I thought he was just a midget. I thought he was an old midget, but he's not. He was a kid. They was in the drug business because of the grandma, you know. They was taking on the family business of running drugs because of the grandma. So, yeah, that's why. But he was that dude. And he just kept killing people. Like, he killed Mouse. And then he turned around and killed that one dude. But he deserved it because he was trying to snitch. He stabbed him dead in his neck. I was like, oh. And then Fesco go have the audacity to put his hand over his mouth to just kill him off bar. But, yeah, like, he actually was cool though. I just didn't like the fact that he just kept killing people. Like, why you keep killing people, bro? Like, come on now. Like, stop killing people. Because you drawing attention. Because now all these damn dead bodies, y'all keep coming to bury people. People finding out people coming up missing. Like, come on now. Like, y'all doing too much. But, yeah. Other than that, he was cool. I felt bad because he didn't have a family. His mama sold him for crack, never came back, got him. So I felt bad for that, but I like the fact that the grandma took him in and was like, you're my son now, you know, like, you're my grandson now. So yeah, and I like the strong bond that him and Fesco had. Like, they really had a strong bond, like they were blood brothers. So the next person we have is McKay, and McKay gets 2 stars because he didn't want to be seen with Cassie, and I ain't like that. Because, like, if I'm your girlfriend, you're going to let it be known that I'm your girlfriend. Don't try to be with me on the side and don't want to be with me in the public. Like, I'm going to be seen, and that's just that. That's just how it's going to go. And the only reason why I feel bad for McKay is when they raped him in the butt. Like, that was rude. That was like the worst scene ever. I was like, I didn't think that was going to happen. And it did. I was like, OMG. Like, why would y'all do him like that? And then for him to get up and like, come on, you still want to do it? Like, no, sir. You need to get your butt checked. Because I know that hurt. I know it hurt. So therefore, let's not even pretend. And then when Cassie ended up finding out she was pregnant, he told her to get an abortion. I was like, oh. Like, you don't tell nobody to get an abortion. Whether you didn't want to be a daddy or not, you knew what you was doing. You should have closed down. Well, I guess you can't close them, but you should have wrapped it up in saran wrap if you didn't want no kids. Fuck. Next person we have is Ali. Ali was cool. I give him like a 3 because he was cool, and I only give him a 3 because he really didn't have a lot of roles, you know. Like, he was there for Rue from time to time when she was doing the, you know, and I feel like she looked up to him as a father figure, but she didn't know how to because she's just so used to not looking up to anybody. So she would treat him any type of way. But other than that, he was cool. And when him and Leslie started bonding, I really thought they was going to be in a relationship. I think they might be in a relationship next semester. Why I say next semester? Next season, I think they're going to be in a relationship. And I think him and G are going to bond and get that bonding moment. And I think he's just going to be good for their whole family in general because they're just good. Like, he's a good person, and I like how he just like took on Rue and became her mentor and made sure that she's good. Even though he knew she was lying to him, he still made sure that she was good, you know. Like, he didn't try to sugarcoat nothing or try to be like, oh well, you know, yeah, she's doing good when really she ain't. Like, so the next person we have is freaking BB. If y'all don't know who BB is, I'll put a picture of her right here. She was the friend that was always doing the vape or whatever, but no, she did not have a lot of roles, and she should have, because she was that friend that was down to go. Like, I give her a 5 out of 5 because she was down to go. And when she was trying to fight Cassie, she was like, Maddie, we better whoop her ass. Like, that is that friend. That's the type of friend I need, that's there to hype you up no matter what it is and tell you what it is and what it ain't. Like, that's the type of friend she was, and I mess with her for that because, girl, yes, that's what everybody needed. And Cassie didn't like that about her, and she didn't really like her. BB was that girl, and I didn't even know her name. I just was like, looked up the cast, and I was like, oh, that's that girl name, because they never said her name ever. At least if they did say it, I didn't hear it. So yeah, but yeah, I liked her. And then the next character we have is Faye. So Faye gets a 3.3 stars because at the beginning she was a little cracked out. Like, she wasn't even doing none of that. I mean, she was like, girl, first night she met Ruru in the back, just scared, shaking in her boots, you know. She high and scared, and she just get a car start. Like how you just what are you doing? What is you doing? Like, the first encounter, you just don't care. Can you wait till the second time? Like, you just gonna go ahead, just do it in the backseat. All right, that's cool, that's fine. After that, when she had to go live with Fesco because I guess the feds was after her dude or something. I don't know what happened to her situation. I think I missed that because it was boring. And when she moved with Fesco and everything, like, she beginning and she got a little clean. Well, a lot of clean, because I don't think she was doing that no more, you know. Like, I don't think she was doing that either. I think she was just clean, and she was taking out trash, cleaning the house, cooking food and stuff, like being a nice little, not housewife, but like housewife. What made me really like her was when she found out that her dude was working with the police to try to get the house raided. She ended up telling Fesco and Ashtray, and that's why, first, Ashtray seen it on the security cameras, her talking to dude, and he heard it. So he was already on edge. So when dude came over, he already was ready to kill him because he already knew what was about to happen because he heard them talking. And Fesco, when she told Fesco Jessica was like, oh, for real? So, like, that really made him mad. I think that's what really made him kill him. Like, after Ashtray stabbed him, I think that's what really made him put his hand over his mouth, because it was like, you supposed to be my friend, and you working with the police to try to set me up. Like, that's not how that works. That's not friendship. Overall, Faye was pretty cool. Faye was cool. The last character I have on here is freaking Marsha. If y'all don't know who Marsha is Cal's wife. And let me tell you something about Marsha. But Marsha can go to hell right along with Cal. Want to know why? Because, girl, for one, you was letting him mistreat your kids. And for two, what happened to your third child? I seen 1, 2, 3 kids in that picture, and I only see 1, 2 standing in front of me. Where the third one? So therefore, yeah, you get a point taken away for that. And then let's not mention the fact that what she do? Oh, you don't sit here and act like you ain't know your fucking husband was just doing dudes. Like he wasn't this. Don't sit here and tell me that you ain't know that. You know good and well you knew that. Because ain't no way. If I sleep next to Elijah every night, no matter if we got a problem or what, I'ma know if she doing a dude or something. I'ma know if she doing somebody else. And you sitting here acting like you ain't know that. I knew that. I knew that from the beginning. After I found out Jules was a dude, oh yeah, I already knew. He like She didn't like Maddie for no reason. That's another thing. She didn't like Maddie for no reason. She didn't like Maddie because Maddie was hood. She wasn't hood, but she was hood. So that's why she didn't like Maddie. But it was like, girl, come on. Like, get over it. Like, if that's who he gonna be with, that's who he gonna be with. But she liked Cassie. She liked Cassie. And Cassie was the most grimy. That's how I knew what type of girl she was. Because you like Cassie, and Cassie is the most grimy. It's like, no, girl, bye. Go the door. Like, get out of here. Because you just whack at this point. You whack as hell. So... yeah, and then when her husband came talk about I am who I am or whatever, peeing on the floor or whatever, she's just like,
Cal, just put it away, like, stop, like, oh my gosh, like, you're just being ridiculous.
like, girl, bye, go the door, like, get out, like, nobody likes you. I genuinely did not like her. Like, she gets 0 stars from me because, girl, you sucked the whole freaking time. And then when they was at the picnic thing or whatever, and Maddie came up to Nate and was mad or whatever, and Cal was all shaking in his boots because he had seen Jules, and I forgot what Maddie said. Maddie said something to her, and she was like all upset, and she acted like she was just right about to get down. Like, girl, bye. You ain't gonna do nothing. Dismiss. You're dismissed. You have no purpose here. Like, the door. Like, what are you still here for? That's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it, and make sure y'all comment down below what y'all favorite character is and what y'all opinions on this video, because I want to know y'all opinions about Euphoria. And I think I'm gonna make this a series because I got a couple of other shows that I'll be watching, and I want to do a video over it. Like, I'll be watching the Vampire Diaries series. Ooh, I got a lot to say about them characters, so I might do that next. That might be my next video that I do. But yeah, make sure y'all give this video a big thumbs up, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Why I say that every video? Subscribe. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that y'all hit that post notification bell so y'all get a notification every time I post. Thank you for watching. Bye.
And I won't let you in this club.